How there's like pain in the knee. Yeah, you kind of assume that it's always from the inside of the knee, but that's not always true. By example, we had a patient earlier where actually the injury is, if this is the kneecap, so there's this joint and there's this bone, and then this bone plugs into it.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Okay, and that's the knee joint in there, in between this one and this one. And then on top of that is this kneecap thing.
Okay.
The kneecap, you could think of it as suspended on 4 cables, but or just 2 cables. One cable suspends it here, and then one cable suspends it there.
Okay.
There. Underneath that kind of like bridge suspension of the kneecap, there's a bit of fluid underneath there. That's normally usually there. That's a bursa. So that's the infra-patellar bursa. Okay. But just think of it as mechanics and cables, because you're like good at engineering stuff, diba? Yeah. So there's this, and there's a suspension bridge over here, and a suspension bridge over here. Okay. If you were to try and differentiate, is it coming from underneath the knee, this suspension cable down here?
Right.
Versus, is it coming from inside the knee? If it's coming from inside the knee, it's more here, where you'll feel the pain, and then this won't trigger it. If you were to push against something, okay, so it's like you're trying to extend this. Okay, that's what effectively a pushing against a surface. See, so I'm pushing against this surface. Okay, and when you do that, and if the pain is coming from this one, that hurts. Because think of this as a single cable. When you're trying to do that, it strains the cable.
I see.
So it's like an easy way to tell, if pushing against with my foot, trying to extend this, if pushing against that hurts, that's coming from down here.
Right.
Then usually it'll feel kind of the same, but that simple thing, versus
painful. That's really
that's painful, but that's from this cable,
right?
Because it's like you're trying to extend the cable. Versus if you were to stand and that hurts, that's because the joint isn't playing. Because you're loading that space.
Okay.
And when you stand and it, if that hurts, that's from the inside.
Right.
In reverse, this one doesn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one's a loading problem.
Right.
Weight, standing, sitting. This one's a cable problem.
Right.
So trying to extend it against force, a resisted extension, a resisted straightening of the leg, it pulls on the cable and that hurts. So mechanics also apply even for things like this.
Right.
Cute, no?